All right, I covered this yesterday in a segment. It's Moygashel in County Tyrone in Northern Ireland, where they had built what is the norm at this time of year for Northern Ireland. They'd built this giant wooden structure made of pallets and various other bits and pieces. And at the top of it, they had this effigy that you can see here behind me, an effigy of illegal immigrants, migrants in a small boat, which is something that's a hot button issue in the UK at this very moment. And indeed, I said this was a litmus test. It was an encapsulation of the anger that ordinary people are feeling at the moment. Now look at the image beside me here. I believe, because they set fire to it last night, it's no more, shall we say, just a pile of burnt rubble. But look at this picture behind me. I saw this morning and I thought to myself, that is an iconic image right there. And I believe that will become an iconic image over the next period of time, because, as I said, it encapsulates a moment. It encapsulates an anger. It encapsulates a frustration that ordinary people, both in the UK and in the North and in Ireland, the South here in the Republic, are deep-seated frustration with a problem that is being ignored, willfully ignored by the people who purport to govern us, our leaders, all the main political parties. I'm talking about both the parties in government, in all these jurisdictions, on these islands, and the people in opposition. Because as I showed yesterday, they all came out absolutely were apoplectic, with rage, with disgust, with disdain for the very idea of the thing. And I made the point that whilst, burning effigies is certainly nothing new in Northern Ireland, indeed nothing new in the UK, it's been going on for ages. This year is different. If they had just put an effigy of the Pope up there, there'd be nothing said. It might be a slight half paragraph in the Belfast News or something like that. Or if they'd put up effigies of, I don't know, Ireland's current leaders, although, there'd be nothing said. And that's been going on for years. Effigies of the Pope, Catholics, tricolours, any symbolism to do with the Republic. Nothing said, or very little said. There's lip service. Oh, we poo-poo that sort of thing. But now this is dealing with the hot button topic, and it's pretty hot as you can see beside me. The hot button topic of our day, of our age. Massive, unwanted, illegal immigration. Or, as many people say, invasion. And despite the vast number of the ordinary voting public not wanting it, in fact, wanting it stopped, wanting it dealt with in a proper manner, wanting the rule of law to be enacted, they're being ignored. In UK mainland, in Northern Ireland, the south of Ireland, we're marching almost a number of times every week with our tricolours flying proudly above us, and it makes no difference. It makes no difference. In the UK, same thing. Same thing. Northern Ireland, doesn't matter what part of the political and religious divide you are on, your politicians aren't listening to you. Not at all. No. They're not. There's a few people, and a very few people in the north, who are speaking up, but their voice is in the wilderness. Now, what you're seeing here, and that's why I'm saying, mark this image well, because I believe this is an iconic image, and it will become an iconic image because it speaks to something very, very deep and something very, very dark. You cannot, in a democratic society, ignore the will of the vast majority of the people. You simply cannot, because that is not democracy. It's not the democratic way. And if the government is not acting on behalf of the citizenry, then expect this. Expect this. And it may well be a portent of dark things to come. I don't know. But I've said it many times. We're on a knife edge now. We are on a knife edge now. And the north of Ireland in particular has had a very, very troubled history up until very, very recently. I don't need to go into all that. Very, very dark times, very, very terrible times, and many, many evil, heinous atrocities committed. But that is still there in the psyche. That is still there in the blood, in the veins, in the beating hearts. The memories of that, the memories of those times. Northern Ireland is a very, very dangerous place. It's a powder keg, as is the UK mainland and as is Southern Ireland. But Northern Ireland in particular, really, you do not want to be stoking that fire. You really don't. And this image, I think, will become an image that's going to reverberate for many years to come. And we may look back, and I hope we don't, we may look back at some point and say, yes, that summed it up. That summed up the deep frustration and the anger. And, well, what came later came later. The politicians need to get a grip of this. They really do. And no amount of poo-pooing and coming out and saying this is terrible, it's obnoxious, we can't have this, it's racist, it's this, that, the other. I'm sorry, you're fiddling while Rome, in this case, burns. You can all see it. Use your eyes. Use your common sense. People just want the law of the land to be enacted and to be respected. Is that asking really too much in our modern so-called democracies?